see myself. But I'm gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for yourselves. Y'all made it here. Come on, it was warm outside. Make some noise, yeah. Listen. You paid money to be in here, right? Might as well clap, you know what I'm saying? Economic times are hard. The tariffs are up. You know, we need joy, you know? That's why we came here, right? For a little bit of joy, a little bit of peace, a little bit of artistry in this chaotic world. Well, if that's the case, you came to the right place. You know, we are in the Loisaida Center. This is the Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic. Our home is being rebuilt, but this is our temporary home from our big brothers and sisters to let us rock out here so we could still continue to do what we do, you feel me? Few rules is everyone gets 5 minutes on this open mic. It is raffle style, so if you wrote your name and a certain number, that will not be the number that you go. Understood? Cool? When I say you're on deck, that means you're going up next as an artist. So if I say on deck, we have Soul, that's me, I'll know that, okay. On deck Soul, that means I'm going up next. Cool? Artist? Make sure you put your phone on airplane mode. Make sure you email the sound tech, whose email is chris@loisaida.org, right? Yes, nice. I always usually get it wrong. Good time. So today's gonna be a good day. Again, it's raffle style. No graffiti in the bathroom, please. You could find it outside the exit to the first right. We have women's and men's restroom, so you know what to do. And I think with how many people we have, I might run the list back a second time. Sometimes we do that if we have time. So artists, just prepare a second poem if you got one. You know, now's the double or down day. I call it the twofer day. So let's figure it out. And before we start, I usually do a ritual where we kind of just raise the energy for all the people who are not here with us. You know, all the people who built this dream in this space for us to be here and do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? And be artists. And before that, let's see. So on opening up is going to be Sior. I said that right? Sior? Like Dior, but Sior. Yeah, copy. Okay, and then on deck is gonna be Silent Night. Silent Night, all right, cool. So, Sior, do you need to give in a track or anything? No? All right, cool. Before you get up real quick, let's just do this little ritual. So, it's nothing crazy. At the old venue, before we ever started, we would always like, and it's something I inherited from one of the older hosts, we would always like just make noise, as much noise as we can, to bring in like the ancestors, you know what I'm saying? Because again, this foundation was built off of a dream, and though those people aren't here, you can see that it's physically here still in the space. So just to pay ode and homage to that, and to get our 10,000 hours in and wake us up, because y'all are looking like some real New Yorkers right now, and I feel like I'm in Brownsville, but it's okay. Yeah, finally some laughs. This one's not breaking. He's like, nah, man, nah, fuck that. But without further ado, let's start that ritual off and then get it right. Again, we're gonna have Sior first, and on deck is gonna be Silent Night. But before that, everyone stand up. This is really how we do it. Stand up, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, without further ado, make some noise. Then we make some noise for a few seconds, you know what I'm saying? Then the spirits come. If you're scared of ghosts, I suggest you maybe not partake. But it's cool, you know, it's cool. So, without further ado, Nuyorican Poets Cafe, Loisaida Center, make some noise. Yeah, that's it. You know, just paying homage. That's it. That's what I love to hear. Thank you guys for doing that. Appreciate it. So without further ado, Silent Night, you're on deck. Get ready. Again, if you need to send in music, it is chris@loisaidacenter.org. I will be over there at the front if you want to sign up on the list. But without further ado, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for the sacrificial person of the night. Going first, Sior, making his way to the stage. You guys don't have to really go too close to the mic. Trust it. It's going to pick you up. All right?
Is this good? Yeah.
You can,
all right.
I got you.
All right, so what's up, everybody? My name is Sior. The name of this piece that I'm going to do tonight is called Baruch Hashem, which means blessed be God. Watch my pen work and you listen to Yahweh speak. You are a witness to Elohim showcasing his creativity through me. My words, but his inspiration. This is my art form for your interpretation. His word is a lamp to my feet and the light onto my path with which by grace I find everything that I seek. Surrender to you everything that I was, that I am, and that I long to be. Lord, I surrender to you everything that I have so that I may have nothing but you, may have all of me. Clama a mí, he said, y yo te responderé. Since birth you have ordained my steps. Jeremiah 3:3 says, I will answer you, need just call on to me. Bendice alma mía, agiré, y no olvide ninguno de sus beneficios. Rapha heals our hearts hurt, and Adonai has forgiven our iniquities. You have crowned us with everlasting favor and mercies, and tonight we're about to turn this stage into an altar where we're going to bring back to you everything of perfect value that you have placed in us. We bring you us, our joys, our pain, our tears, our life, our gifts, our voice. I pray in the name of Jesus, you awaken supernatural faith in the hearts of all of your children within the sound of my voice so that we may fly as high as we were designed to. Break the chains of strongholds in our life and set us free so that we may please you with everything we do, with everything we say, and everything we do. Then teach us how to fully walk in the power that's housed inside of us, your power, and manifest yourself in the lives of all that call on to you, pues no es con fuerza, not by might, ni con ejército, but by your Holy Spirit. Adonai, I'm asking you to assume lordship of this sinking ship, so call me upon the waters where I'll place both my feet. And without looking back, I'll take 1, 2, 3 steps closer to you, then repeat. You have placed burning coal to purify my lips, and how often are able to speak through me. Forgiveness is available/required for the times when I fall short. It is a process, though, but I will allow God's glory deposited within me to shine brighter today than it did previously. You should do the same. Allow God's glory deposited within you to shine brighter and hotter today than it did yesterday. But may today's blaze be but a flickering candle in comparison to the glory that you'll be able to manifest in your life tomorrow. For all things were made through him, and nothing that exists without him. So to him, I'll sing hymns. For all things were made in him, and nothing that exists outside him. So I will forever praise him. Baruch Hashem. Thank you. Poem. All right. My Instagram is Yo Soy Sior, so that's Joe like yo, soy like soybeans, soy milk, soy sauce, and then Sior, S-I-O-R, Yo Soy Sior, so that's Yo Soy Sior. Thank you. Yeah.
Right. Starting off with the Christ. All right. That was a strong start. I'm going to keep it in motion because I really want to get to this double round. I'm feeling good today. You know, I had a war at work and let's just say I won. You know, so I'm feeling nice. So I butcher names and my nickname is the Butcherer. Farkas? It's not funny, man. I try my best. How do I say it? Ace. Oh, like A-C-E? Yeah. It looks like 2 C's. And then I got a lot of friends, they all wear blue, so like I'm just conditioned. It's just sometimes I see things and I'm just like, Ace. And Ace Farkas, right? Ace Farkas. So Ace Farkas is, you're on deck, so you're coming up after. I'm so sorry. This is why I butcher names. I'm so sorry.
No, you're frozen.
I'm not. This is 3 years. Like, this doesn't end. It does look like 2 C's. Takes 2 to tango. Takes 2 to tango. So without further ado, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Silent Night making his way to the stage.
Yeah. I visited my friend's childhood home.
was greeted by a 90-year-old Haitian woman whose bones made more speeches than her mouth could. When no one looked, she prayed. When everyone looked, her praise stayed the same, her knees, 2 craters from crashing to marble for decades now. She fears if she bends again, it'll be her last, so she stands. Beniso ala tener. God is good, even though one of her grandsons was murdered a few weeks ago. Beniso ala tener lived so long, she can almost recall before Western hands defiled praise. I've heard the saying before, but Creole crumbles in my mouth. Perhaps became baggage too heavy for my immigrant mother to bear. She grew up in the Bahamas, where being Haitian was the same as being criminal, being problem, being the American nigga. The U.S. became a melting pot to scorch her difference away. I used to speak Spanish fluently. Had an accent as thick as my grandfather's calluses. It got lost somewhere between divorce and white schools. My father's parents crossed the Atlantic in search for a better life. They found Newark, New Jersey, where the cockroaches are so big they get mistaken for one of the many grandchildren. Sirens fade out the merengue. Steel drums overpowered by handheld steel. Must learn a new percussion. My grandfather prays. Prays to the saints. Bendiciones. I know what it means, but I can't quite grasp the language. I lost Christianity somewhere between white schools and black boys' names fading into cement. I lost God's voice. His accent became an awkward southern dialect, much like the Klan's members who hung us on trees. A Spaniard Spanish, unsoiled by the black and brown that runs through our veins of French, unbastardized by our African tongues. God got lost somewhere between the transatlantic and having everything holy beaten out of us. I want to know of the Orisha my ancestors praised, to let Yoruba yodel through my teeth, for English to become as awkward as my Spanish and Creole. Ashe, Ashe Olorun. Let it be so, God, the God that my ancestors knew before their praise was suffocated by ivory palms. Let them understand, despite my Yoruba being painfully American, too close to the devil that murdered their holy. Ashe, Ashe Olorun. Let it be a riot where the ground splits open my voice, a sanctuary for their spirits to dance. We'll speak in tongues, no Tower of Babel. It'll be a Pentecostal reunion. Benisoale tenel. The heavens hear us. Bendiciones. The ancestors will rise. Ashe, Ashe Olorun. We're taking back everything they stole. Thank you. You can follow me at Silent Night Speaks. Silent Night Speaks with a K. Silent Night Speaks.
Check, yes. I really like that one. I might rip that off YouTube. I'm sorry. If you hear it on the album, I apologize. I too am Haitian. You know? I used to get into a lot of fights as a kid, and my mom was like, "Why are you always getting into fights?" I'm like, "We freed ourselves first." Always been like that since a kid, so I get it, you know? A lot of, you know? It wasn't my fault. Sometimes. So on deck we have Daniel Green, like the color. All right. Everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Ace Farkas, making her way to the stage. Wait, did I say it wrong again? No? She's gonna correct me, but... Oh, I was right?
Hi. Is this working? Thank you.
Is this good?
Yeah, this is good. This poem is about persevering through the crisis of identity, redefining a home, and yeah, so, and what the fuck love is. I just booked this a few hours ago, so shout out to my ex. All right. Oh, how fragile the world becomes when it's tied to the... Sorry, can I start over? All right. Oh, how fragile the wind becomes when it's tied to the soul. I drank from your mouth as if it were water from my homeland. Taught myself how to pack a bag like I was smuggling hope through customs. How to chase the sun in strange cities and still sleep soft when the moon felt foreign. I scattered my name across the map, but no country tried to claim it. I sat beneath flickering lights, fed my worry to vending machines. Crossed borders that never spoke my language. where strangers smiled like old friends, carrying stories that smelled of rosewater and jet fuel. I even painted the corniche again, same sea, different blue. A few more crescent moons and every drunken touch still searches for your outline. Here's to love that doesn't ask for passports and joy that feels like landing.
Where can they find you?
I don't have anything.
No.
I don't exist.
All right, guys, we must enter the void to find her. Everybody start meditating. Remember what she looks like and then put that visual image. You'd be surprised. I've run into people like that. I'm just like, yeah, that guy owed me $50. Where is he? I seem like a good guy. I think I'm a good guy sometimes. So on deck we have Anthony, Lara. I said that right? Right? That one was kind of easy, and your handwriting's like pretty neat. Yeah, for real. So without further ado, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Daniel Green, like the color, making his way to the stage. Like money. No.
But actually it's perfect. It's perfect. It doesn't sound like it's on to me, but if it's on to you, then it's good for me. Okay. Hello, my name is Daniel Green, like the color. I'm gonna say Daniel Green, you're gonna say like the color. Daniel Green. Like the color. It's that simple. I got 2 songs. The method that I use for writing songs usually is that I find people, they give me 3 random words and I just put pen to paper. The first one I wanna do is called Rose Gold, and it's the last one, the most recent one I did. I made it last week, so I'm still kind of working through it, so I hope you enjoy. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3. New shit. Okay, good to go. Say my name in the mirror like 3 times I appear. You see no ghosts, only rose gold, rose girl. If you blink too much, I'll disappear like magic in thin air. You'll see Morse code, ones and O's, O's, rose gold. You sweet like chocolate candy, consistently raunchy and ranchy. This thinking what I'm thinking, what's going on with this tension? I've searched so long for redemption. You walked in like a bomb in a mansion. This feeling that I'm feeling won't be too long for you get me. Let me put this diaphragm up. You took all the air out of my diaphragm. Love, I never knew what a phenomenon was, but girl, you got the power like a mitochondria. Royal egg, you're the Fabergé. Some girls material, but you would never fabricate. And might I emphasize, I don't mean to exaggerate, that you're so damn exquisite. You don't bleed, you just exsanguinate. I feel like Bruno Mars. For you, I catch a hand grenade or John Moran. Grisly situations in my celebration. I take that fine because you fine, you got me misbehaving. My heart's in prison and is wishing for your visitate. And you were praying, girl. I said to God, congratulate. You really cooked with this creation. You really made this. While you were sitting at that desk, you showed your dedication. That's why I never let the devil come and desecrate. In the mirror, like 3 times I appear. You'll see no ghosts, only rose gold, rose. And if you blink too much, I disappear like magic in thin air. You'll see Morse code, ones and O's, O's, rose gold. I've been pursuing a new kind of rain, the true kind, the you kind. Hope I'm not too late. Resistance is futile. In due time, I'll say that your love's not a test, it's a testimony. What's going on? I see your character's truly a beautiful design, and you smell like lavender. Can I get a minute of your time? I wanna chat with you so I can end up on your mind and then on your calendar. You're not contentious when I'm venting. You're the type to end up intertwined in intervention, cause life can do you brutally. Sometimes I feel like God is through with me. Feels like it's 2 of me. Then you show up and get to choosing me, so I choose you and me. My name in the mirror, like 3 times I appear. You'll see no ghosts, only rose gold, rose. And if you blink too much, I disappear like magic in thin air. You'll see Morse code, ones and O's, rose gold. You sweet like chocolate candy, consistently raunchy and ranchy. You thinking what I'm thinking, what's going on with this tension? I've searched so long for redemption. You walked in like a bomb in a mansion. This feeling that I'm feeling won't be too long for you get me.
Appreciate y'all. I actually realized I feel a little bit more tired than I thought, so I'm just gonna do that one. Is that all right? Can I just do that one and leave it there? My name is Daniel Green, Light the Color. I'm gonna say Daniel Green, you're gonna say Light the Color. Daniel Green. Light the Color. Follow me on Instagram, and seriously, I have a prompt up right now. It's not really a prompt, it's a questions box, but if you could send me 3 random words so I can write another song, I would love that. So appreciate y'all. Peace.
You know the definition of cantankerous?
Perfect, send it to me.
No, who said nah? Someone was like, nah. Oh, no, it's just like trouble, like someone who's like trouble, you know? It was my favorite word to know my English teacher, because she was always like, why are you in honors English? Because, you know, black kid, you know, let's not even get into it. But yeah, I'd be like, miss, don't make me get cantankerous. And she'd be like, I'd be like, yes, I know the meaning of the word. Yeah, I was that kind of kid. I was snarky. I realized. I apologize to all my teachers if you see this one day. Yeah, it was that bad. She laughed. All right, so on deck we have Paul Skiff. On deck we got Paul Skiff, one of the OGs in the building. Before that, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Anthony Lara making his way to the stage.
Yeah, that's good. What's up, y'all? Everybody make some noise for yourselves for coming out, please. Make some noise for yourselves. All right. I'm gonna do some stand-up comedy for y'all. And yeah, I've been doing it for 7 years, and I'll be real with y'all, I've never felt more goofy in my life, y'all. I feel too goofy to be here. I feel very cantankerous right now, but you know what? We're gonna rock with it. I gotta tell y'all some stuff about myself, first of all. So my parents were both born in Mexico. All right, so that makes me Mexican to white people, right? But look, I was born in Brooklyn, all right? So that makes me white to Mexican people. Yeah, and I look like this, so I'm Filipino to everybody else, but that's besides the point though. Look, the point is that I'm realizing a lot about myself as I get older. I'm realizing I'm really not as Mexican as I thought I was when I was younger, you know? And it bothers me, you know, because like I'm realizing like, just culturally, I'm really out of touch. Like my favorite movie about Mexican culture is Nacho Libre. And if you don't know what that is, that's a movie about Mexican wrestling set in Mexico, starring Jack Black. Yeah, so Jack Black is more Mexican than me, you know, and that's like not okay, you know. It's not just that, it's a lot of other things. Like I'm the only Mexican I know who's on a diet, you know. There's just like, I don't eat red meat, you know, and I remember I told my uncle when I started doing it, my uncles all asked me like why, and I told them it was just for my health, and I couldn't actually believe that I actually managed to change the way that all my uncles think, you know, because now all my uncles just think I'm gay. Just like, how am I gay for putting less meat in my mouth? Like that's not how that works at all, you know. Yeah, no, I try to be a lot more like mindful, like, you know, I don't get offended by it because I have family members that are LGBTQ, you know, and I understand that that's a real thing, you know, like my little sister's LGBTQ, you know, and she won't tell me what letter she is, but she's one of them, you know, and then, no, it's just cause like she's the like the only girl in our family, so she feels like she has a lot of like weight on, like she puts it on herself though, like I remember like she'll tell us, she'll be like, all right, fine, I'm bi, but I don't like guys. And I'm like, so you're gay, that's fine, you know what I mean? Like I tell her, like I'm not gonna judge you, like I'm gonna make fun of you, but I'm not gonna judge you, you know what I mean? Like she doesn't understand that I care because she's my little sister, but also like I don't care because she's my little sister, you know? I'm gonna love her regardless. And I remember when she came out, right, my parents thought it was like a phase or whatever, like she needed attention or some shit like that, right? But I know that's not the case because me and my little sister are really close. So I just asked her straight up. I was like, yo, is there any guy in the world that you will fuck? She was like, yeah, there's one. And apparently the only guy in the world that my sister will fuck is Bad Bunny. Then that's the gayest answer she could have possibly gave me. You know, and it's not even because Bad Bunny's gay. I don't know if he's gay or not. That's a gay answer to me because I would also fuck Bad Bunny. And I'm not gay. I just like Puerto Ricans. Like that's my preference. You know, this is what it is. You know, yeah. There you go. They're in here. Yeah. Damn, I thought I was gonna bomb like a motherfucker in here. Y'all are fun. I thought yeah. Somebody's eating Chinese food in here. I was like, these people don't want to laugh. Like nobody's gonna choke on their spare ribs. They don't want to do that shit. You see what I mean? No, yeah. I'm going through a lot of things right now. Like I'm trying to date again, which is like weird because I haven't had a girlfriend since I was 17. You know, so things are different now. I can't be doing the things I used to do when I was 17 as a 24-year-old man. You know, like I can't be calling women the B word anymore, you know? And I used to do it, right? But not even on purpose. I would just be talking and then I would just call her bro out of nowhere, you know? And I'd be really pouring my heart out too. I'd be like, yo, I think I love you, bro. She's all like, yo, why are you talking to me like that? I can't believe you calling me that right now. I'll be like, fine, I'm sorry that I called you the B word, but stop yelling, bitch. You're going to get us kicked out of this restaurant. Like, chill, you know? It is what it is, you know? I've been through a lot. I've lived a long life in such a short time, man. I dropped out of college when I was 19 years old. And a lot of people asked me, when I did it, a lot of people asked me why I dropped out. I told them that college just wasn't for me. But really looking back on it, I think my grades just weren't for college. Like I had a 1.0 GPA my first semester of college. I was on academic probation. They were about to kick me out. So I had to sit with myself and really think about, you know, the things like my parents are both Mexican immigrants. They sacrificed so much for me to even have the opportunity to go to school. So I had to keep them in mind, and I did what they did, and I left in search of a better life. So whether they like it or not, I'm their American dream. That's, you know, what I'm here to do, you know? And I dropped out of school, man. I had to get a job. And I remember I used to work at this deli, and I used to mess up people's orders on purpose so they would stop coming back, you know. I remember it would be like the easiest thing in the world too. They'd be like, yo, can I have a bagel toasted with cream cheese? I give them a bagel toasted with mayonnaise and a smile, you know, have a good day, officer, you know, see you, be productive today. I remember one time this one girl walked into the deli and she was like rushing me, but she was being rude about it. So I made her sandwich fast, like so fast that I wasn't even looking. I just gave her whatever, right? She ended up trying to run out the door. She hit her head on the glass. She dropped her books everywhere, and then she missed her bus, and she was yelling in front of she was like, oh my God, can this day get any worse? And I was just looking at her sandwich like, you want to bet, bitch? Like, be nicer to the people that handle your food. You get a bacon, egg, and cheese with mustard and pickles, you know, because that's who I am. Anyway, my name is Anthony Lara. You can find me at Anthony Lara Comedy on Instagram. That's Lara Comedy. Thank y'all so much.
Bless you. She allergic to that bullshit. Now let me stop. Someone got an inhaler? Oh man. Yeah, school kicked me out because apparently I couldn't, like, I owed them money somehow. They had one job to make sure I didn't go for free, and apparently they let me go for free. And then they found out. Then they tried to charge me, and I said, no way. Like, no takebacks. I got the knowledge. Like, fuck it. So on deck we have Dan Laitman. Wait, right? Perfect. Okay. On deck we got Dan Laitman. Anthony Lara just went up. Everyone, put your hands together. Make some noise for Paul Skiff making his way to the stage. One of the Nuyorican's finest. My brother.
Thank you.
You good right here? You're gonna project, right?
I am. Yeah, it's cool. One of the best things about coming here is hearing all these incredibly inspired people. So, thanks. I'm going to do this poem that's intended to be offensive. So if you're sensitive about anything, you might want to leave. It's a persona poem, although I've been through most of this myself. I'll try to, and I'm just going to read excerpts because it's just 5 minutes we got. Fuck you, pussy. Don't push me. I'm a prophet. I'm on a first-name basis with every crack in the pavement from here to 207th Street. My favorite is the crack all the empty shell casings were swept into by the NYPD after an immigrant cab driver named Amadou Diallo had 41 caps emptied into him by 3 detectives for being AWPOP. That's African while pulling out a phone. Every time I saunter by, those spent rounds call out Amadou's voice, asking me how tall his children have grown. Some of those rounds went into the bottom of Amadou's feet. That is the way my feet feel after years of standing 24 hours for asking for a dollar bill. Fuck you, pussy. Don't push me. I'm a prophet. I was supposed to grow up to be the president of the United States of America, but I started scrolling social apps, so my inner rhythm got DM'd by the algorithm, cornering me in aspirations minor chords, hypnotizing me with info zombie clickerism, singing in a treble clef strangling counter melody. Public assistance was a better way of life and more politically dangerous than being the fucking president. And you never lose an election. Fuck you, pussy. Don't push me. I'm a prophet. I used to be called a bum. Then I was called a vagrant. Then I was called homeless. Now I'm called a member of the unhoused. Like it was an exclusive high status club where being destitute, I'm a rare specimen just standing at the far back of the line to get into the American dream, the door to which I thought was much closer and just hidden under the mashed potatoes at the Sisters of Holy Pleasure soup kitchen. Fuck you, pussy. Don't push me. I'm a prophet. I can tell you the exact second when it's going to rain, how many drops per square inch, and what the billion-dollar lotto numbers are, but I'd rather see you get wet and have to ride the train half asleep, standing up on your way in the morning commute to work again. That smell isn't me, it's the oppression's perfume called concrete pillow. I had a job once, it's true, you might not think that's possible, but I had a job once pulling the skins off of chickens in the back of a restaurant kitchen. That is right, for some people the path of American dream leads through the back of a restaurant kitchen and circles around a 4-foot-tall pile of chicken skins. That is why I do not feel so bad at all when I wake up now from a Thorazine flashback and find life is not so torturous being a hustler. A prophet. Fuck you, pussy. Don't push me. I'm a prophet. You are a billionaire of normality. That's why you are so out of touch with how insane your dull everyday life is. I saw a check from the federal government once, SSI payments. It is like free time junk food orgasm from the heaven of four. Ha 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 ha. I'm always looking for enlightenment. That is why I love to be tasered. Aim for the bullseye. Chronic unemployment hung on my great potential to criminalize my freedom right here on my human dignity. Aim that taser at the right side of my head. It is the quickest way to the deeply remote source of my vitality. Yes, my love, Messiah, is a meteor radiating out from the dog star. Lightning is just the password, the weight of temperature in your distraction, I think. When I showed up at welfare to file for the benefits, the handwritten sign taped up at the end of the hall said, "Don't piss here." But I know that was done lovingly and with respect. You could tell by how precise the tape was cut. That was somebody on a mercy mission betraying the rectifying, castigating discipline that at one time had been delivered upon them. They were now passing it forward in the severe bureaucratic evangelicism of better you than me. Fuck you, pussy. Don't push me. I'm a prophet. I'm a substance abuser who gave up abuse, and now I just do the substance. I accept your laughter because that is God kissing me on the genius bone. Fuck you, pussy, don't push me, I'm a prophet. Sure, I can turn out all the lights in Times Square just by thinking about it, but the only tan I'm ever gonna get is from all that neon. The feel of your own body's warmth in a piece of clothing you're wearing. The feel of swallowed water falling inside between your heart and your stomach. The warmth gathered around edges of the shape where your lip was on the cup. It only means what it feels like. However many times you and the world become parts of each other, you are just looking for beauty in all the wrong places. Just so you know, I'm not standing out here with nothing. Wherever you are on your way tonight, be advised while you practice your public transport vigilance. What just happened in front of you here was not by its very nature rational or set on logic. So there's no way to know what it really is thinking in my own head. You can't think about it logically or rationally. Those terms only happen once, and that was a second ago. Say goodbye to what could have been. Fuck you. Fuck you, pussy. Don't push me. I'm a prophet, and it's supposed to be a gift, not an annoyance. Holy, what after instead listening yesterday ascends. Holy, what after yesterday instead listening ascends. Holy, 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 what after instead listening yesterday ascends. They call me a man of no clear intentions, even to myself.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Keeping it in motion. All right, I'm gonna pick out who's next, and then we're gonna do a double deck. So on deck, it is Stacy Torian. I said that right? Stacy Torian, and then on double deck, Luciana Fisher, LB Fisher. So again, on deck, it's gonna be Stacy Torian. On double, we got Luciana Fisher. And if anyone wants to sign them, just let me know if you're feeling inspired. Just come holler at me. We will put you on the list. If not, we're gonna do a announcements, and then we're gonna get back into the second round. So artists that went up, prepare your second pieces, get it ready, you know. And if you're feeling inspired, holla at me. But without further ado, put your hands together, make some noise for another one of the OGs, Dan Laitman, making his way to the stage.
Hey guys. Yeah, perfect. First of all, give it up for everybody you've seen tonight. And give it up for Anthony. This was his first time doing this mic. He did great, right? Yeah. I'm about to bring those standards right down. So I don't like the Geek Squad. Like I don't mind their services, but they just took the name of my D&D group. Like, but now all we have was the Legion of Dorks and squad of men who will never touch a woman. I love my girlfriend, though. I have a girlfriend now. For context, she has a stutter. I love it. Every conversation is a mixtape. But my dad was recently diagnosed as hypomanic. Anybody here been diagnosed as being too much? All right. This is not a worthwhile mic for me. All right. James Bond sounds like a spy who doesn't lose monetary value over time. I do a lot of Trump jokes. I thank you. I usually have them on my phone, and I just got back from Italy, and my mom was afraid that the people at TSA would find the Trump jokes and not let me back into the country. But I secretly wish they did find the jokes, and the TSA guy was just like, nice. I do have schizophrenia, which means every single one of you is laughing. And like one of the I'm just gonna ride that for the rest of my set. You guys don't like actual fucking jokes. You like lead ups. So I was talking to this girl, and that's all you get. But one of the things about schizophrenia, like, there are positive and negative symptoms, and like one of the negative symptoms is like your face you can't show emotion, your face becomes a mask. And like one Halloween I didn't dress up. And somebody asked what I was, I'm like, struggling. So my friend was telling me yesterday, damn it, no. That was a setup. So white knuckling is where you're super nervous. It's also the worst Sonic character. All right. I gave my bipolar friend a mood ring. It killed itself. I came up with a really lame, like, schizophrenia pronoun joke. Guys want to hear it? Yeah. My pronouns are he, him, she, her, they, them, whatever the fuck is going on up there. All right. I found out that one of my friends thinks there were no Jewish slaves. I'm like, there was a Rugrats episode based entirely on that. Like, I never knew that was not common knowledge. It's not really popular to be Jewish anymore, so I try to hide it when I go up. And recently I went up, I was like, hi, damn it! All right, I'm a non-mature person. Like, me and my girlfriend hopefully will have a kid because she wants to have, like, raise another human life. I want somebody to relate to. Like, I just want somebody that looks like me that I can watch cartoons with. Thank you. All right. Well, this was weirdly constructive. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna... You can find me at Dan_Laitman_stand-up if you want to, which after the set, I wouldn't recommend it. And I have to leave, otherwise the girlfriend I aforementioned will kill me. All right, thanks, guys.
I think I might have schizophrenia. I always think people are laughing at me for real. But also, it could just be trauma from when I was like a short, fat kid. People always laughed at me, so sometimes people laugh behind me, and I'm like, I get flashbacks. Yeah, you know, it's just crazy. It's fucked up. You know, messed up. All right, so I know who's on double deck. So again, on deck we have Luciana Fisher. Everybody put your hands together. Make some noise for Stacy Torian making their way to the stage. Did I say it right? Torian? 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 Like Dorian. Oh, Torian. Oh, nice. One of my best friends' name is Dorian. Yeah, he got glasses too. This is actually good person. Yeah, good person. We call him Savage.
Even better. Good evening. How's everyone tonight? You don't have to answer that right now. This is not a good time to ask that question. But so I like to write poems in which I'm talking with my ancestors. This poem is for my great aunt Isla, who I miss very much. Your best dress was an apron, weighted with sticks, dyes, hairpins, and racy novels. An apron pocket could hold anything that mattered, and you knew it. You knew just about everything. The perfect pitch for a scold, the multiple anatomies of faith, when enough was enough. The old hubby must have hated you for it. All that knowing and hope, the hair that never grayed, those crooked feet that lined up just long enough to stomp his grave shut. Free at last, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Your last words at the grave. A free woman could walk through a dead man's woods and pick any branch she wanted. You plucked the best and chewed and cut until the bitter ends became brush blossoms, an uncanny art fit for a happy seer's mouth. Aunt Isla, show me the way to the branches. I walk on long, straight legs, keep a desperate pace, grow gray before my time, lose sleep and still do not find them. There are things that cannot be worked out or understood, things that must simply be accepted, like the path to the branches and the passing of time. The Tuvan wisdom brought by your spirit during last month's waking hours, I have accepted with a loaded heart. I am ready for the past that lies ahead of me. The end I feared most has happened, and I have survived. Thank you. Just look at my name, Stacy Torian. Oh, snap. Okay. There are two. I'm the one with the less racy life.
That's gangster. She said, look me up. I too hope to have that power one day. Just not there yet. Oh no. So I already picked it up. So Alim Kamara, I said that right? Yeah. Alim Kamara, I said that right? All right, cool. Sorry, I be butchering names. All right, so everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Luciana Fisher making her way to the stage once again. Back with us. Let's get this right. Is this a good angle?
I think so. Can you guys hear me? Thank you.
Right in your face, so
okay, good.
Gotta get the good side.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Luciana Fisher. Hello. And I'm gonna read some nice poetry and some political poetry. Urgency. I write with an urgency unknown to men. Insignificant as I am, I write for every woman, man, and child never able to carry a pen, with the sole purpose of righting all the wrongs that left them without a chance to leave in ink a mark of their own. With hope, I write to inspire, taking pleasure in every consonant and vowel, binding one to the next in a marriage forming sounds, a pleasure they have not known. To define time, I'll leave in ink behind a mark of my own, a protest, a manifesto of a kind. Give every woman, man, and child a pen, I demand. Let them think and write a story of their own. Let none go unknown. I write with urgency, good or bad, I write with urgency, letting fleets of words meet with the complete notion that time is limited. So when I go, I'll leave behind in ink, not a life, but a collection of thoughts worth being known. Give every woman, man, and child a pen, I demand. Let them write a poem of their own. And God, please, let no writing go unknown. Thank you. The ink I write with The ink of my writing, it's not blue, but red, tainted with the blood of those before me and those who will come next. Red, demanding your attention, pleading to be read. Red, as if written in blue, the blue of knowing the weight of the state we find ourselves in. Blue, yet baited in red, grief, for the state that still is a democracy as it is held hostage by the green greed of the few. The bloody truth stains the scorn as the mirage of progress fades, dissolving with every bill signed in black. Black as oil, thick as death, spilled across lands, choking the breath of those who never held the pen, and the ink that will smudge before ever being read. Connection. I want to dive, to swim in the wet, warm darkness of the light emanating from the iris of your eyes, to be imprinted in the retina, expanding the pupils into black hole proportions, its gravity sucking me into the universe of your mind, to witness what it's like to experience life beneath the skies through the eclipse of your sight. Thank you. The dream of you, the illusion of you. When I look at you, the woman I perceive as flawless, or are commercialized to me as such, to increase sales and diminish my self-worth. The woman I am made to believe live untouched by trauma, polished into a shape A image, a standard to which I will never belong. My heart wonders, what would it feel like to live as you, or rather as my idealization of you? To be full, cup brimming from the start, yet still have the ability to swell with joy and expand into luminous sphere of hope, certain of an ever brighter future ahead. To never have to worry, to float through life like a feather on a breeze. And while I imagine this fleeting moment of bliss, it vanishes, slowly, sadly, like fire turning to fog, leaving only one cold truth behind. No one is flawless. We are all fighting our inner and outer battles. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Identity under you. Yeah. I fell in between, silently hidden, forgotten in the middle, pressed between the gaps and between the snaps and the cracks of your riddles, looking to you for cues, waiting on clues, so I can shift shape into who and what you wanted me to be, so I don't weigh down your life with mine. I stay here silent, the knot in my throat hidden, forgotten in the middle of this emotional mess, walking like as light as air to avoid cracking the eggs you so carefully spread. But I don't know how much more of this I can take before I break, splintered right here in the middle. Who am I today? Who do you want me to be? If it means we'll go back to the beginning when I was enough and your words dripped nothing but sweet, untainted honey on me. Languages. I speak 3 languages. The first is the language of Bossa Nova, where R's rumble in the cadence born out of salt, sand, sea, and samba. Under the open arms of Christ the Redeemer, a language twisted and turned by the broken tongues of people taken from their homes to faraway shores of stolen land. A colony of European and African inheritance, not weakened but enriched by its diversity, led by the sole necessity to sing from its heart, unleashing a lyrical powerhouse to be reckoned with, Brazilian Portuguese. The second is a pragmatic one with a complex tense system relying heavily on word order, with an even heavier flair for world order, a rich language with undeniable global reach and vast literary heritage, playful yet direct, a tongue that everyone and anyone can speak, but not that is easy, for it is not. But it can be diluted for and by the deluded who believe by birthright they have mastered it, American English. But the third is different. My most beloved and beautiful, it is not for the faint of heart. It is hard and complex. Few can speak it or write it, let alone read it. Most cannot understand it. Poetry. I speak, read, and write in Portuguese and English, and somewhere in between a meeting of the mind occurs, where on most occasions it is easy. I code, you decode, you code, I decode. It is easy. We are done. Communication happens. But poetry is a lonely language. I write, I speak, and I can read it. All the lines around and in between them. It requires vulnerability, an open mind and heart to catch its nuances, to peel the layers, but most don't have the time to spare. For the writer, breaking through the fourth wall, it's like finding north without a compass, an ancient art, a science from the days we traveled by constellations, a captain without a ship, providing a map connecting letters like stars, hoping to lead voyages through the murky waters of metaphors and symbolisms, and at times a little altercation with alliteration. To find the place where all the veins meet the port, to rest assured the message on paper but not in the bottle arrives safely, but not everyone can solve the riddle or reach the shore. No, poetry, it is not for the faint of heart. I code, who decodes? Is there anyone out there? Is there anyone out there? Thank you. I just wrote a book, by the way. It's coming out soon. It's on pre-sale right now. And you can find me at LB Fisher. Thank you.
Yes. More books out. All right, so let's find out. So we got a few more signups. That is good. So on deck, we are going to have Cap. On deck, we have Cap. She took your money. So without further ado, before that, everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Alim Kamara making his way to the stage.
Woo, woo. Oh, it's cool? Yeah, it's cool. I was in science when the call came. It's a boy. Finally, I get to give you what I never had. Oi, I need to let you know that I'm so proud of the man that you're becoming. But like me, you had something missing. That heavenly father, daddy, papa, all these terms of endearment, no choice but to harbor. Over my pepper grains, you won't enjoy the same saga. So we had conversations, well, you were still in diapers. The way you focused though, I'm sure you understood this rapper. Big brother oath, I promise to be here. Even if the Lord turns me ghost, I won't disappear. Malaria almost took my life. The way you shedded tears, I do feel guilty though. For the time I never loaned you my hoodie, bro. That was just selfish, filling up my ego. Ain't it the little things that are destroying the eco? Was I wrong for giving licks when school called home? Maybe I should have gone to more games when time loaned. I can only beg for your forgiveness if I wasn't enough. Any bad blood towards him, just let go and let go. So this one is for my big brothers that had to play father. Started teaching you rap when you were 6, 7. But then you were like a fish from them swimming lessons. Our own secret weapon on stage. I named you Future Lies. Yeah, boy, you attracted the babes. Maybe it's just the pressure I gave that made you say, I don't want to spit no more. That was around the time my group split. I locked jaw and you were like, nah, bruv, what for? That reminder made me see how much you had matured. You fell in love with drama. I was like, go get her. But there's a flaw in socially deprived areas, a self-hate that makes your own clash with strangers. So we dread these calls of knives and clippers. I dropped everything and found you with a black eye. I'ma kill these cowards. How many? 2 guys? As we're circling, my rage starts to magnetize. I should have been there to protect you. We spot them. Rules chases, I grab number 2. All of this for dirty looks? What's the world come to? This youngin's proper shook and starts screaming, it wasn't me. My hand starts releasing him. I could break his knees. It's for my big brothers that had to play father. Big brothers that had to play father. From them golden years of innocence, your head was shaped like an alien. Bring pictures then, my brothers became your big brothers, that's V and them. So I give thanks reminiscing like amen. The shotters on the corner, stay away from that park bench. You hated reading, so I grounded you like cinnamon. It's crazy now hearing you push friends like, come on, man. No one's left in the jungle long as we good. Let me explain myself. I feel like I should. That youngin', I think I let him run. Wait, see, he's the same kind of you I go into schools trying to save. Same time you spot his boy with a switchblade. Lord, I could smack him in his face. But with you here, it's a risk I can't take. Mama would never forgive me for tempting fate, knowing I was right there. Plus there's repercussions. Ish, if they catch you on your ones, Alim, think clear. This is bigger than you, bro. So I squashed it there. Convinced you to not carry a knife for protection. Last night, you ended your first tour as an actor. Well done. So this one is for my big brothers that had to play father. Big brothers that had to play father. Big brothers that had to play father. Let's show them love is real, and we here is for my big brothers that had to play father. Big brothers that had to play father. Big brothers that had to play father. Because all we ever wanted was for them to have better. Thank you. Of course, shout out to the big sisters too. My name is Alim Kamara. You can find me on social media at Alim Kamara. Can I get everybody just to hold up your hand like this? Hold up your, like you're about to do a TikTok video. When I say Alim Kamara, you go, I'm leaning on a camera. Alim Kamara. What? Just do it. Just do it. Just everybody, let's go. Alim Kamara. Alim Kamara. See, that way you remember the rhyme. Alim Kamara, I'm leaning on the camera. All right, thank you. Peace.
Alimkamara. Well, oh no, I was just in honors English. I was a nerd. You know, I was in honors English and student council. I was terrible. All just so I could stay out late. I was like, Ma, no, we had a student council meeting. And she was like, till 9 o'clock at night. And I'm like, it's important. You know, my parents were like, first one's over here. You know, I took a little advantage. On deck, we have Pete NYC. Yeah, basically the last tickets is pretty much the people who just signed up, because we did get a few more signups, which we love. So without further ado, we got Pete NYC on deck. Everyone put your hands together, make some noise for Cap, making her way to the stage. A poet, a leader.
That's good.
Good?
Yeah.
Perfect?
Perfect. Fantastic.
Right. So
Never been better.
Never?
It's actually perfect.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Also, it wasn't.
The height was perfect. I wrote this poem when I was really sick and kind of like high off the meds. Like high, but not high, you know? Like the NyQuil high, not like the drug high. Anyway. It's the head shaking of like, we love. It's fine. Of all the chaos one may endure, none is more worthy than love. I'd sacrifice my own lungs to help you breathe easier on your illest night. Strip the layers of onion for boil with my bare hands and a smiling face, though tears may burn my cheeks. I'll peel ginger with the edge of spoons or the edge of fingernails and heat the water with my own fury, my own miserable need to burn all that stands in our way. I'd gleefully anoint your feet with the holiest oil, Vaseline, frankincense, and Vicks. Wrap them in my hair like Magdalena or hospital socks, grippy side up for maximum foot slip against the softest blanket I own. I'll wash the blankets daily, even though it costs way too much, but nothing fares to your grin, pretending to smell the fresh out the dryer scent. Unsure if you can't smell because you can't smell, or you can't smell because I use free and clear everything. Your confusion, masked by appreciation, is the song to my summer. My gentle humming while keeping your forehead cool is the song to yours. I'll be the beaming sun in your winter. Kiss cheekbones, nose bridge, Cupid's bow, collarbone. I'll kiss your whole temple from temple to Vic's toe just to keep you warm, while always keeping your head cool. I'll keep cool too. I'll take deep breaths and huff menthol when I rather pop. I'll shake vigorously and sway gently when I need your touch but can't have it. I'll go back to therapy. I'll speak to my ancestors about nudging yours. Ask them to bring us even closer somehow. Closer than the wheeze in each strain's breath, closer than the thermometer to your tongue, closer than the sweat to your chest or your chest to my hands. I'll ask them to cure you, but only if you'd cure me too. Only if your alchemy is as feverish as mine and your need to remove my anguish is what pulls the moon up every evening. I only want your thank you if it's soaked in ginger, lemon, and honey, dripping from your lips to mine to keep the ill away from me. I only want your thank you in cinnamon and clove, in anise and agua florida. Hold your thanks for filled tubs with dried petals and rinsing cascarilla from my hair. Hold your thanks until the tide turns and you can tell me about that fever dream of the night before. The one in which I told you I love you tonight. I love you in passing. I love you in passion, in silence, in fasting. I love you in my roots and my stems, from my berries to your tongue, from my leaf to your mug. I love you from my father to yours. Tell me about the dream you had, where I braided your hair before tucking you in, where sunrise twinkled through cracked curtains just enough to bounce off the sun catcher you never noticed was there before, where the night was long and tumultuous with critter beings at your feet and nightingale fluttering against your body. Tell me about that dream and how it felt to wake up with a broken fever. Kiss my hand. I'll brush your nose with my thumb and hum of you as I wait for worthy chaos to return. Thank you. You can find me in the back next to Simone, who took your money today. But if you want to find me on the interwebs, I'm on Instagram at caprights, cap.rights, WRITES. You'll find my website, my newsletter, my Substack. You'll find my whole life on there. And then hopefully I'll see you here again at the next open mic. Okay, bye.
Nice, nice. All right, keeping it in motion. There's only 2 tickets in here and 2 names left. So on deck, we have Ella Skye. And then on double deck, it's gonna be Zykerria. Did I say that right? How did I say it? Zykerria. I'm so sorry. Were you here? Oh, you weren't here when I said my name is the Butcherer? No, I was here. Oh yeah, I butcher names. I'm so, see, yeah, why you sound so surprised then? I told you. Listen, when I say something, it's like it scales from micro to macro. You should have expected a huge fuck up. You know, that's how the world goes. No, that's how it is. You know, you see a little bit, and then you get the rest. So keep it in motion. Our final 3. So again, on deck is gonna be Ella Skye, and then on double deck, Zykerria. I said that right this time? All right, all right. So without further ado, everyone put your hands together, make some noise for one of my friends, Pete NYC, coming to the stage. Poet, event planner, father.
Yeah, a lot of hats. Just don't know which one to wear sometimes. I'm sure y'all know that shit. So, thank y'all. Funny thing about this is extremely new shit, so. New shit? Yes, extremely. And I've been itching to do this piece, and every time I went to the last couple mics, I was like on the wait list. I was like, oh. So, anyway, this is called Without You. Damn. I don't know how to start this, but here it goes. I've been straight, though you keep cutting through me, being empty without you, but why do you keep jabbing in my mind? Hating the feeling of being alone, eating, and going to shows. I mean, I could go fishing knowing there's plenty of fish, but when you have me hooked, how can I call? Which is straight hitting me harder like a Mike Tyson uppercut, equaling the knockout blow. Now with cold hands, feeling lost without your warmth, got me with cold feet, naked like no socks, leaving only frozen toes. So fuck us being friends, cause I'm not even getting calls from my foes. Knowing when I was with you, it was always definitely a high, to without you now being my low. I mean, you weren't the first and definitely won't be the last. See, the past ones heard and were witness to good times with pictures and videos to show how we added together, making us never a problem. Always solutions on us being our math. While others felt like everything was a completion, from service to companies reveling on who would get the last laugh. Cause some got thrown out of my life with others stepped on and smashed. Did I mean to do it? 8 out of 10 times, no, but those 2 times, yeah. I broke them, leaving them shattered as glass. No, and I'm not a violent person, but when the talk gets to arguing, advancing to yelling, to then cursing, no, life ain't a Broadway show that before the main night, you could sit back and be rehearsing. Cause when I'm ready to pop, I go from lukewarm to steaming hot. Volcanoing, especially when my ears are bursting. I'll be shooting out hateful shit out my mouth. Words hotter than lava got me on some smoke. Rolling out anger like weed and grava, leaving me clipped only at the end of it, being burnt and drained. Broken, like looking into a black screen filled with disdain. While when I've snapped, now leaving shit in pieces, I'm always madder afterwards. Cause it's always on the after, the warning and needing ya. Just fucking up due to my release. Wishing to take that shit back, but shit's done, leaving dead tones. No speaking on E with everything empty, leaving shit black like no power on the phone. So we go from implode to confusion in the zone. Just got me feeling lost like no GPS to get home. So we done? Yeah. Cause even if I wanted you back, guess what? It's over. I'll be walking back to me, being in P's normality syndrome. Good without you, cause you're gonna get replaced. Just is gonna come with a cost. Though in the in-between, without her, I'm glad I got protection to replace this loss. Knowing when I get the next one, I promise to treat her better. Even though I'm gonna need to be the boss. See, everything in life comes with ups and to downs, to lefts to rights, just mainly leaving us crossed. Leaving me red and twisted too many times like spaghetti and the sauce, to knowing that they ain't always insurance for accidents, but been lucky, cause I'll keep it a buck. In this situation, it only took a couple of days on being stuck, cause that buck got me a new one that I'm gonna make sure to always be in sync. Cause losing the last one with all the time and info I put in had my brain and face stink. So thank you to my Zykerria. You sent me a new girl. She's 21. My 5K Ultra, Samsung. Now got me pressing your buttons, making me feel like the only one. Glad to get my phone back. My name's P and I'm done. I really appreciate you guys. The funny thing is, before I lost my phone, like 2 weeks before that, I kind of went through some heartbreak. So I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna hit both sides of the equation. Because when you lose your phone, you know, you feel super naked and upset. And I was like, this is a perfect opportunity. So I am a curator, I am a host. I started a little thing called spokenwords.nyc. If you didn't hear about it, or if you did, please, beep, 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 IG, spokenwords.nyc. We now created spoken sound. So if you're a musician, dancer, rapper, singer, we have a separate venue for you, as well as spoken words. And God willing, in 2 months, we're gonna do spoken art. So we're trying to give something for all of y'all. Thank you so much.
Listen, man, let me know when you get the spoken bank, because, you know, I need a credit loan, you feel me? Houses are like I don't want to even think about it. But yeah, let me know when that happens. You got me. And at art. So, okay. On deck, we have Zykerria. Everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Ella Skye making her way to the stage. With some new shit.
Yes, a little bit.
A little bit.
We'll see. Yeah, this is perfect. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ella Skye. This is my first time at an event like this, let alone speaking. So, thank you. I appreciate it. Bear with me. Oh, I'm a little nervous. Okay. I am in Michael Dinwiddie's class. Shout out to my classmates who are here. It's called Poets in Protest. And something I do in the class sometimes is a little meditation, a very short one. So I'd like to ask you all to close your eyes for me really quickly and take in a big deep breath like you're inflating a balloon. And then blow out the birthday candles. One more, y'all. Okay. Waves crash against jagged rocks. The moon soothes my decaying skin, freezing me in your cold embrace. Let me fly in the ecstasy of darkness. I'll burn up into a star and become something greater than myself. I hate the idea of my own existence. I am ashamed, ripped apart at my own presence on this earth. I couldn't say stop. I couldn't even whisper it. Like saying no to a man is a dirty secret. I am caught in the whirlwind of another lover. I deluded myself into loving in the past. I did not love him. I mothered him. I nurtured him until I resented him. But now I'll shed my scales, and the wind will caress me like a hug from Mother Nature herself. And what's left of me? What is left of me? I was a premature baby. If only I had the extra few weeks to not exist fully, to remain in the almost alive. I was punished for the crime of existing as who I really am. My whole life has been me betraying my own nature. And I'm fucking tired. Pillow soft lips, the taste of desperation on your tongue, cling onto someone who evaporates like droplets of salty sweat. When I realized I could fall in love with him, that I could almost touch and taste the sweetness, I started to cry. Turn me inside out. Fold me neatly and carefully like delicate silk. Let me wrap around you. I knew what was happening after he flipped me around by force and entered into a virgin part of me. All of this creation and destruction is simultaneous. It is a balance, an artificial pull into the world and a forced push into my being. But I am a victor in my victimization. How do I become my childhood self? I want to. She deserves all the love in the world. She would have loved to be seen and understood by anyone. I think you would take the time to do that. I'm scared, just like she was. I want to be in my mother's arms. I want to sleep in her bed. I want her to brush my hair. I've made peace with living, but to be unable to do the thing I was born to, love freely and unashamedly and unafraid, is painful. And I want my mom. I want to go back into her womb. I am as soft as silk. I am as bright as the moon. I am as feminine as the ocean. I am free to release the gift of love that was once sealed. Because I am love. I live. I breathe. I transform. The moment mothers hold their children, their creation, the pain of childbirth is a distant memory. There's nothing but pure, unparalleled love and admiration. I have that for you. I have that for me. We see ourselves in each other. Thank you. No shit, a little bit, but I am a filmmaker. I made that into a film. It'll be dropping sometime. My thesis film is also dropping in the fall, y'all, so please follow my Instagram. It's Ella, I was named after Ella Fitzgerald, so like Fitzgerald. Skye, Skye, Ella Skye K. Thank you guys so much for inspiring me.
From words to film, from words to film. What time is it right now? All right, 7:51. You know, we usually wrap it up around 8:20-ish. So We will do a double round for as many as we can go until the time. So not everyone will get to go up. So pray to the raffle gods. You know, let me let you know that now before the final performer. And then we're going to do some announcements. And then we're just going to jump right into it. That sound cool? All right. So before that, you know, she pulled up. She was like, nah, I'm ready. Then she was like, this happens twice. Nah, I'm here. And I'm like, I bet. I love the commitment. And then I messed up her name. Everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Zykerria making her way to the stage. Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise.
I mean, honestly, first I would like to thank the Holy Spirit that is in me and New York City, period, that inspired me to get up here. But the Holy Spirit, I just want to thank Jesus Christ, first of all, because it moved me to come up here. Cause yeah, he moved me to come up here. Cause like, I'm like really nervous, but the Holy Spirit, that gift is like, nah, ain't that, you're not nervous. Let's come up here and do this. I'm not like with the spirit that's in me, like I'm not even nervous. Like the Holy Spirit's just eating the nervousness. If you could understand. But hey, don't get me to start preaching. All right, so no, I would like to tell you a little bit more about myself. I'm 23. I moved to New York at 22, if I'm not mistaken. That was last year, February 18th. I moved here because my father, the only parent that I know, is God. He told me to come, and I moved by faith, not by sight. I came with uncertainty. That's my journey. Now I'm 23. I'm a case manager in the Bronx, working with men. And coming from the South, working with men in New York City, like, that's whoa. And experiencing and seeing things that's going through, like, well, New York City is going through, like the homeless system, the system and all that. Just seeing it and working with them and seeing where they're coming from. And the kids, it hurts me because I know the way to life. And it's like, take this way. So my father is using me to help the people. Right now, I'm gonna be honest. I've been in the wilderness. If you don't know, it's okay. The wilderness is the stage where you get tested for a long period of time. And this is my first time ever being in front of people, like, well, not my first time, but like being revealed, I would say. In New York City, I think it's my time. I think it's my time. But no, this poem is, well, I read it for like work, and it got chosen for, like they chose it. It's called A Praiseworthy Journey. Basically, the journey that I experienced during the whole year of last year of me getting tested and getting tossed back and forth by the wind. In New York City, being a battleground, all of that. This is the poem that I wrote. I could have got deep, but this is just like the surface level. All right, it's called A Praiseworthy Journey. In the midst of the journey that is praiseworthy, I stepped out without sight, taking the journey that was created and predestined for my life. The journey that I take will show you the deeds of my faith. A journey, yes, a lot of hardships was faced. A journey that soon 1 billion people will hear and see. A journey full of mystery and uncertainty. Insults, persecutions, yes, a lot of people picked on me. And perseverance. I still kept going on a praiseworthy journey. A journey where I wish you can see what I see. The name that is inside of me is the reason for a journey that is so praiseworthy. A journey where it's out with the old and in with the new. The trials and tribulations are only to build you. I will get through. A journey where my desires are in purity. Helping the homeless and needy is the only thing that's good to me. I'm here to encourage you, strengthen you, and build you to take the journey of faith. When you do, it will only be led to being praiseworthy. That's it. Again, I was inspired by y'all. Like the Holy Spirit got me up out of my seat to just come up here. I just made an Instagram. Woo, yay! I did have an Instagram before, but that was when I was like in the old me, but now I'm walking in the new life. My Instagram is, let me see, I just made an Instagram. I feel so old, but you know, I feel old. Like being 23 and age don't come with maturity. Trust me, it don't. It's called The Chosen One Zai, and I think I can start posting now. I think so. Yeah, it's called The Chosen One Zai. That's the only social media, Instagram stuff that I got. Yeah, that's it. Y'all have a blessed night.
No, I completely get what you mean. The spirit is old. No, seriously, I get what you mean. No, 100%. Like, all jokes aside, I've always felt like a 80-year-old. I swear to God. A 80-year-old. And like, you know, my friend who's Haitian knows, you know, like all the old people would tell me like, I see you in there. And I'm like, what the fuck do they mean? But I got it as I got older. I was like, oh shit. You know, but we are at that time. We're about to get through these announcements. Artists, get ready if you got another piece. Again, we'll probably call up around 5 more performers on the double on what we call the twofer round, you know, because you get to get a twofer in. So get your second poem ready. Control or not control. What do we call the other side? Control 2, control left, Ron, control R. Are you ready to go for the announcements? Yes. Okay. Nice. All right. So as you know, this is the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. We are in the Loisaida Center, but there are many things to do besides this one activity. So, you know, you could always find your function and find your jam or come to them all. So the first one's going to be the Bowery Slam, and it's weekly every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club. The winner gets $20 cash prize, and they get to compete in the Friday Night Slam. The doors open at 6, but the people arrive earlier than 6, and that's how we can guide you to say just show up a little bit earlier to secure your spot in line and get in there and do what you got to do. And I believe we are ready for a flyer switch. All right, so that is the final Friday Slam, which the winners get to participate in, and that's going to be at the Puerto Rican Traveling Center at 9:30 p.m. The winners get to compete against each other and individual poets, and the winner of everything gets $100 and a nomination to compete in the Grand Slam, which is annually. See, the Friday Slam, we're not going to do it April 25th, all right? April 25th is going to be on Zoom and free. You know, I said that right, correct? Control, Ron? Exactly. It will be happening, but online April 25th, you know, but it's still the same rules and the same shindig. And free, so everyone can. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's free on Zoom. You know, everybody got a computer. So yeah, we get on to the next flyer. Now these are our open mics that we're getting into, and the first one is WOW, which is the first Wednesday of every month. It's the Women's Orator open mic. All acts open mic by women and women representing people are welcome. Gentlemen, come by, just be quiet and enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? And support. That's every first Wednesday here at the Loisaida Center, and every second and fourth Wednesday of the month, it's going to be the Nuyorican open mic, which is this one. It's like a special studio session. It's live recorded. It's live streamed. If you want to catch it, you can tell your friends to watch it live that night if they can't make it, or you could just rip it off the internet and, you know, do what you got to do. Doors open at 6 o'clock, as you know, and bathrooms and everything is provided. We got y'all. Again, we could go to the next flyer. You could scan this QR code and it'll take you to our calendar, which will give you all of the open mics and other things, including like our Know Thyself meditation and workshop, our slam workshop, our teen open mic, the 1,000 words open mic, which is going to be at the International Center of Photography. We do a bunch of outdoor poetry events, and there's a bunch of more stuff. And you could switch over to the last slide, which is our donation slide. Feel free to donate to us. You know, if you know and you know, you could write it off on some tax stuff at the end of the year. Like, hey, we supported the community, so let's get some dollars back. You know what I'm saying? Or you could just visit us and, you know, donate by coming to an event. And that is all. Cap, or someone, can you run me the vase, please? Because I realized I didn't even have the vase. Sorry. Thank you, Cap. Woo, Cap. Woo, vase runner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Excellent vase passing skills. So we're gonna pick these 5 out just so we know, and then we will go through the speed round. So again, people, cross your fingers, pray to the ones, and the first one is number 10. Alim Kamara is going to go first on the second round. Let's see who's gonna be the final 5. All right. Number 2 omitted and left. All right. And then the second one will be Paul Skiff. All right, let's see who else. Come on, cross your fingers if you want to go. You got to see yourself on stage. Number 12, Cap. All right. So we got our 3, and then 4, Ella Skye. Oh, she left? No, it's okay. Listen, that opens the room for someone else. Number 8, Anthony Lara. And then let's see who our final person closing us out is going to be. I'll shake this one up just a little bit. Stacy Torian? Torian, you're still here? Stacy? Stacy Torian. Okay. No, it's okay. We just going on right to the next. Dan Laitman left. All right. No, it's okay. Sior? Sior started it off, gonna close it out. There we go. That's how it goes. So again, we're going to have Alim Kamara, Paul Skiff, Cap, Ella Skye, and then Sior to close us out. Everyone put your hands together. Make some noise for Alim Kamara making his way to the stage one more time. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
This is the rifle guy.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Can I switch it up a bit? Yes, sir. All right. So I was born in London and spent my childhood in Sierra Leone, West Africa. Yeah. And at nighttime, the stars would be out and we would sit around the campfire and we would be throwing sticks to the campfire. And the campfire loved nothing more than to receive sticks. And the campfire would be going, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And a jelly, also known as a griot, would arrive. And the jelly would shout out, story, story. And that was a way of saying, do you want a story? Or do you want a story? And you go, story. So when I say story, story, you say? Story. But depending on the energy you give me, that lets me know what kind of tale I should deliver. So let's go again. Story, story? Story. So there's a story about a young lady. And this young lady kept on having a recurring dream. And in the dream, a monster was chasing her. And there was the monster, ooh ha ha, ooh ha ha. And she was always too scared to look back. And so she would start running and running and running and running. And the monster didn't stop, ooh ha ha, ooh ha ha. And she would be running and running until she would get to this green wall. And whenever she touched the wall, she would wake up. And then she got tired of having this dream. And she decided to go and get some help. So she went to see a specialist. And when she got in the room, she said, please, 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 doctor, you have to help me. What's the problem? Look, I keep on having this dream that a monster is chasing me. What can you give me to make it disappear? And the doctor thought, and then he said, there's nothing that I can give you. But have you ever turned around and faced the monster? She went, are you dumb? I don't want to face the monster. I want it to disappear. Are you going to give me something or not? There's nothing that I can give you. And so, well, she left, frustrated, furious. Oh, stupid doctor. How can he say that? He's going to be a doctor and he can't even help me. And she walked down the road, face the monster, face the monster. Who wants to face the monster? Would you want to face the monster? No, I don't want to face the monster. Would you want to face the monster? And so when she got home that day, she decided, today I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to stay up. And she did dancing and she was there. She drank some water. And then all of a sudden she decided to watch some movie. I don't know if any of you has ever had this happen to you when you're watching a movie. Next thing you know, the movie is watching you. And she fell asleep. And when she fell asleep, it was as if the monster knew that she had been trying to hide away from it. And so it appeared bigger than ever and started to chase her. And she could feel its acid breath on her neck. And she started running for her life. And she was running and running and running. And then she heard a voice. And what did the voice say? Face the monster. Face the Nah, I don't want to face the monster. And she started running and running and running and running. Face the. Nah, I don't want to face the monster. She started running and running, and then she saw the wall. What color was the wall? Green. And she thought, all I need to do is get to that wall and I'll wake up. And as she was running, she was about to touch the wall when all of a sudden it was as if she had one more time faced the. And she got this little piece of courage. But it was just enough for her to turn around, look at the monster, and it was huge. And she went, what do you want? Why are you always chasing me? And the monster stopped, stood up straight, and said, how should I know? It's your dream. And the monster turned around, walked away, and disappeared. And she never had that dream again. Thank you.
That was fire. Like, I love dreams. Like, I talk to people about dreams all the time because they're so significant, you know? And I have a bunch of dreams and scary dreams. And I used to have dreams where something chased me a lot. And though it never talked to me, when I turned around, that's when I woke up. I either died or something happened. And I was like, fuck, what happened? But yeah, turn around. That shit is real. Like, once you turn around, you'll either wake up. Then I had a dream where I couldn't wake up. And I kept telling myself to wake up. And that was the scariest dream I've ever had. Like, never again. Well, I can't even predict when it's gonna happen again. That's what's scary. So everyone put your hands together, make some noise. On deck we got Kat. Put your hands together, make some noise for Paul Skiff, making his way back to the stage to give us one more. Another one.
This will work. Thank you. Oh, you've really seen it here all night long. The power of the spoken word, and we've had people give testimony about it, and we just heard this young man bring the oral tradition back here live. It's real, and that's what the Nuyorican Poets Cafe is built on, the power of the spoken word. Yeah. I just have this poem done in a tonal voice. Some people call it singing. I'm not a singer, and I won't hit all the notes. I just want to thank the crew, everybody who makes this happen, and all of you for being here. What a soothing color green. Tons of money spilled upon the street. What a happy smile upon the face of the child who tells the cops to relax. Smell of sweet perfume. Fire that guts the hate factory. And look how beautiful morning sunlight is upon the headlines that say human beings have stopped killing one another. And don't you wish you knew? Don't you wish you knew? When was the last time the love of the world was given to you? Quando cuando necesito que me dejar este mundo, quiero que sea lleno de luz. Cuando todo vengan, derrama fuera lo, derrama fuera lo, derrama fuera lo que va a apagar las luchas de la vida.
We're just in church. It's lyrical church. All right, so on deck, we're gonna have Anthony, Lara on deck. Everyone put your hands together, make some noise for Cap, making her way back to the stage with another one. 2 first season, and it's Sior's fault, blame Sior.
Thank you very much. Also, I was doing my job and I didn't hear my name being called for this double, so I just picked the first unhinged thing that I could find. I have been exploring with different forms of writing and really leaning into like just the drama and writing the way that I speak and the way that I think, which can be very chaotic, but sometimes fun. And so I wrote this at 5 a.m. in an Uber. I've never read it out loud, so enjoy. Uber shit. 5 a.m. Uber. Good morning. It snowed a few inches last night, and you know the city hates the hood, so nobody plowed these blocks. Uber driver still speeds like I'm late to a wedding where I'm the officiant. But the only kiss I'm finna witness is this guy's front bumper to a pole. Radio is blasted like it's time to warm up the consummation bits with your granny as a hype man, and he's the worst DJ alive, but he's all you could afford. Clearly, because man's put me in a shared car, doubtful anybody would join the ride. Ignorant that us Bronx bitches always find a way home, and we always travel in groups. So now it's 3 of us. Homegirl beside me has 75 bags and last night's drinky drink in a clear cup. Homegirl in the front has her man on FaceTime while he huffs through a nightmare or an orgasm or his sleep apnea with the smoke detector chirping in the background every few minutes while she scrolls on Instagram with the loud-ass sound bits. I'm seated behind the driver with pasteles strings in my ears, Google Docs on fire, anxiously looking over the DJ/driver's shoulder, trying to figure out how many exits he's gonna skip before obeying Big Brother GPS and the PEMDAS of the shared ride. Uber motherboard asks him the scariest question ever. Are you taking a detour? Everyone notices I'm on edge. Either we're all dying for getting in DJ Ubi's car, or, excuse me, the driver hesitated before calling me by the man's name who put me in the ride. He asked me to use my GPS. Says the app keeps giving him riders and redirecting him, but there's no space. Gesturing to sleep apnea's girlfriend who never put on her seatbelt. He's using his hands when he speaks like good Dominicans do, and then mutters something in Arabic, and he's suddenly and officially my favorite character in the story. Get off at exit 9. The muttering continues, and he floors the gas. Okay, cool. Y'all bitches is dying, not me. DJ Domini Bibi got me on the door-to-door service. I'm his favorite, or maybe I know too much and he can tell nobody's pulling a fast one on my anxious ass. But either way, my exit is up next and we've made record time. Motherboard is not pleased, but I am. We pull up to my slushy block, and before stepping out, we exchange niceties. Thank you, have a good day. Good night. I telepathically whisper, good luck, to the bag lady next to me, and they splash off into the distance. What in the world was that ride? I pull off my pastela strings and my space boots at the door with a sigh, giving in to the Puerto Rican curse of laying your coat wherever it lands, since my cart of clean laundry is blocking the closet door. Thank God I finally did my laundry. Fuck, I don't have sheets on my bed. This draft was completed by Lowlight, wrapped in a fitted sheet like a drawstring tortilla. Thanks.
$5 a.m. Uber shit. Damn. It's always some 5 a.m. Ubers, right? Keeping it in motion. Closing us out is going to be Sior. But before that, everyone put their hands together. Make some noise for Anthony Lara making his way back to the stage. I saw Anthony. Nah, he was just here. Yeah, you're right. I don't have my ticket holder. Cap, can you pass me the... May you please pass me the... You know? So let's see. Let's really see. Ace? No? Ace left? We got it. All right. So, yeah. All right. You got lucky this time. So, you ready? You got something now? All right. Cool. So, yeah. We're going to get Luciana Fisher up here. Yeah. This is 6. 6 was Ace, not here. 11. And then Sior. You're going to close on? No, thank you for still being here.
This is the overlords. To the overlords of this world, hollow men and women with full bellies and still insatiable in their hunger, gorging at the top, looking down at the people below. The hollow men and women, hoarding bullion, machinery, land, and toys, shoving it all into the echo chambers of their privilege. A spectacle of excess, a competition of greed, the have-nots crushed by the deliberate thrusts of their overlords' hips. Hollow men and women, pitiful men and women, cuddling their insecurities as mothers and fathers struggle to nurture their emancipated children, praying for mercy to overlords who believe themselves chosen, favored, anointed by God, a God they do not believe in. The architects of decay gallivanting across your screen, vultures draped in fine cloth, creatures of hell, signing into and lobbying into law only what lines their pockets, eating organic gold off their plates, feeding the void, the parasite inside, mistaking it for a soul, feasting, parading in shallow fashion, poisoning oceans, drowning rivers in oil, dissolving democracy, displacing millions with the stroke of a pen. To the hollow men and women, the despicable men and the deplorable, those who think themselves kings and queens, believing their flesh won't rot like the rest of us, to the overlords of this world, to you we raise our empty glasses. Cheers to your greed, may rot alongside you when you inevitably join us 6 feet underground. Thank you.
All right. I see Control looking at me. We did good, right? He's like, yeah, you did. All right, so, no, Sior's like, what you mean? I didn't even get to go. She's like, what? Sound like he about to close out. But no, we had a good time. So this is the last performer of the night. You know where to find us every second and fourth Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's make some big noise for Sior. He ended up starting out this night, and look at the raffle gods. He's closing it out. Put your hands together.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, this was my first time like starting. When he asked me, he was like, "Yo, you ready?" I was like, "Yeah," but inside I was like, "No."
So I have 2 poems. I don't really know which one to do. Do you guys want something personal or something more like urban, like modern type? Personal? All right. Personal. I'll do personal. All right. I mean, it's not personal like that, but it is about me. You know what I mean? It's called I Am. It's a piece that I wrote about me. One time that I was just thinking about how complex and how complex we are as humans, but how simple we are at the same time. I wrote this piece about me, but I hope that you guys can relate to the concepts. I am 2 singular words. First word, plátano. Second word, bacon, egg, and cheese. I am filled with nothing but lyrics like the noisy streets of Santo Domingo on a Saturday morning while my neighbor religiously cleans her house. But I can also feel empty like the silent streets of Bushwick on a Monday morning just after a funeral. I am the of my niggas from Brooklyn that I went to school with. But I am also the dime a ver que lo que toque fray chingue contigo, maní, of los tigres from Los Minas that I learned to rap from. I am pain, I am joy, I am love. I am a new generation of centuries old Taino blood running through these veins. I am a mother's kindness and my father's temper. Rewind the clock and you'll see that. Rewind the clock and you'll see that I am ingrained with years of suffering and happiness that have been passed down to me through spiritual DNA not too long ago by Adam and Eve. So self-talk sometimes sounds similar to these 2 sentences. Peep this. I am a simple paradox. I'm not a moron. If anything, I'm more like a dumb, smart person that's addicted to Oxycontin. What I'm saying is that I'm basically the personification of an oxymoron that makes sense. A hyperbole with no exaggeration. I am figuratively speaking the definition of literally. I'm calm intensity. So in a way, it does kind of make sense to me how crazy this is, but it scares me sometimes how fearless I can be. I am the shot that you almost always, certainly never take. I am like the successful motivational speaker that struggles with depression and anxiety. At all times, I am complex. At all times, I am simple. I am too Dominican to fit in where I live, kind of like a piece from a jigsaw puzzle that's had the edges burnt off with melanin. But then I'm also not Dominican enough to completely fit in with niggas that grew up in my mother's land, my motherland. I am success and failure, hip-hop and jazz, blues, bachata, bolero, merengue, y salsa. I am the most hideous, most pleasing a cappella instrumental beat you've never heard. I am me. I am my ancestors and my descendants living in one body. I am you. I am your legacy. I am the crown that goes on a man that was just beheaded. Philosophy that hates sagacity. I'm an impersonal feeling on first, last kiss, the last first kiss, tears of joy and fake laughter. All that being said, thank you so much for your time and attention. I simply wrote this to explain how simple the complexities that make us all humans really are. I am. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, it is that time. But Pete NYC had an announcement, which he should have said earlier, what I will say. But I'm going to have him do it right now because it is for a cause that really matters, and I think it is for something important. You know what I'm saying? So, Pete NYC, one last announcement. I am. No. All right, just take the mic.
Real quick, May, what me and my team do, we try to always make sure to highlight everything that is going on monthly. I don't know if anybody knows, May is AIDS month. So we're actually, as a team, as a unit involved in the AIDS Foundation, we're walking. We're actually doing a walking open mic for Sunday, May 18th. Everybody's welcome. Also, I have a flyer here. If people want to join up or if they want to just donate, 50 cents, $1, no difference, no judgment. if it's a quarter, it all goes to the right place. So please, afterwards, just scan.
Get with them. You know, I like to end on a timely manner. But definitely, like, look into that. You know, we always got to build community where we can and be there to help as we can. So one last time, make some noise for yourselves, the stragglers that stayed. We appreciate it when people stay with us. Get home safe. You know where to find us. NuyoricanPoetsCafe.org, LoisaCenter.org, right? LoisaCenter.org? Yes, okay. Check out those websites. The Loisaida Center there do so many cool things with like hydroponics and like testing clean air and like working with tech. So make sure. Oh, sorry, Loisaida.org. You know, so make sure you tune into them and see what you can do, because we're always doing something that you could be a part of. No, I'm not. I now need $1.